The ancient secret hidden in plain sight. My friend, within you lies a treasure house more magnificent than Solomon's temple. Your subconscious mind, that silent, ever-working servant of your deepest beliefs, is the very gateway to unlimited abundance. This is not mere wishful thinking. This is divine truth, written in sacred scriptures and proven in countless lives of those who dared to believe. Listen to these immortal words. According to your faith be it unto you. Here lies the spiritual law of abundance, plain as day, yet hidden from those who see only with earthly eyes. Your faith, not your circumstances, not your education, not your connections. Your faith is the master key that unlocks the storehouse of infinite supply. But what tragedy surrounds us? How many souls walk this earth as paupers when they were born to be princes? How many accept limitation as their lot when abundance is their divine inheritance? You see them everywhere. Good people, decent people, struggling, scraping, barely surviving, when the very kingdom of heaven lies within their reach. Perhaps you recognize yourself in this picture. Perhaps you've been programmed to believe that money is scarce, that success belongs to others, that you're somehow unworthy of prosperity. These are lies, damnable lies, that have robbed you of your birthright. The time has come to cast off these mental shackles and step into the abundance that is rightfully yours. Tonight, I'm going to share with you the ancient secret that transforms beggars into kings, that turns desert places into gardens of plenty. This is not theory. This is practical revelation. The same wisdom that guided the patriarchs, that multiplied the widow's oil, that fed the multitudes from a few loaves and fishes, lives within you right now. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a vividly imagined experience and reality itself. It accepts what you persistently think and feel as absolute truth, then works tirelessly to make that truth manifest in your world. When you truly grasp this principle, when you understand that your subconscious is like fertile soil that will grow whatever seeds you plant, your entire life will change. The ancient ones knew this secret. They understood that the kingdom of God is within, that faith can move mountains, that believing is seeing. They lived from this consciousness of abundance, and abundance flowed to them like rivers in the desert. But here's what breaks my heart. Millions live and die, never discovering the gold mine in their own backyard. They spend their days focused on lack, limitation, and fear, programming their faithful subconscious servant to create more of the same. They pray for abundance while believing in scarcity. They ask for prosperity while feeling unworthy. The tragedy is not that abundance is difficult to attain. The tragedy is living below your divine potential when infinite supply awaits your recognition. Your faithful subconscious stands ready to serve, waiting only for you to plant the seeds of prosperity in the fertile soil of belief. Now, my friend, let us unveil the divine blueprint that has been hidden in plain sight throughout the ages. Within you, yes, within you, right now, lies a treasury more magnificent than Solomon's temple, more abundant than the storehouse of heaven itself. The Master spoke these immortal words: "The kingdom of heaven is within you." Do you grasp the profound truth embedded in this declaration? He wasn't speaking of some distant celestial realm you might reach after death. No. He was revealing the location of your abundance chamber, your subconscious mind, that divine storehouse where infinite supply awaits your recognition. Picture, if you will, a vast underground vault beneath your conscious awareness. This is your subconscious treasury, filled with unlimited resources, boundless creativity, and every solution you could ever need. But here's the marvel and the mystery that has confounded humanity for centuries. This storehouse operates by acceptance, not by reasoning. You possess two distinct minds working within you. Your conscious mind, the reasoning, analyzing, doubting faculty, acts as the gatekeeper. It questions, compares, and often rejects. But your subconscious mind? This faithful servant accepts whatever your conscious mind impresses upon it as true. It never argues, never questions, never doubts. It simply says, "Yes, Master, it shall be as you believe." This is the two minds doctrine that unlocks the secret of abundance. Your conscious mind chooses what to believe. Your subconscious mind makes it real. Let me share with you a parable that illuminates this divine principle. A wealthy master, preparing for a long journey, called forth his 3 servants. To each he entrusted talents according to their ability. The first servant received 5 talents, the second received 2, and the third received 1. The first 2 servants understood something profound. They recognized that their master had given them not burdens, but opportunities. They went immediately to work, investing, multiplying, creating abundance from what they had received. But the third servant, he was governed by fear. He saw scarcity where abundance was offered. He buried his talent in the ground, allowing fear to become his master instead of faith. When the master returned, he found that the faithful servants had doubled their talents. To them he said, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things." But to the fearful servant who buried his talent, the master said, "You wicked and slothful servant." And he took even that single talent away. This parable reveals the law of your subconscious mind. What you believe about your talents, your abilities, your worthiness of abundance, this becomes your reality. The faithful servants believed in multiplication and received it. The fearful servant believed in loss and experienced it. Your subconscious mind is that faithful servant ready to multiply whatever you truly believe. If you believe in lack, it will faithfully create more lack. If you believe in abundance, it will faithfully create more abundance. It knows no difference between truth and falsehood. It only knows what you accept as true. I recall counseling a skilled craftsman who lived in poverty despite working harder than anyone he knew. "Doctor," he said, "I can barely pay my rent. What am I doing wrong?" As we talked, the truth emerged. This man had been programmed from childhood with beliefs of scarcity. "Money is the root of all evil," his mother had told him. "Rich people are greedy," his father had declared. "People like us never get ahead," his community had whispered. Can you see what had happened? His conscious mind had accepted these limiting beliefs, and his faithful subconscious servant had spent decades creating a reality that matched these convictions. He was living from a consciousness of poverty, and his subconscious was obediently delivering poverty to match. But here's where the miracle began. I taught him the law of belief. Whatever you accept as true in your subconscious mind becomes your experienced reality. We began the work of reprogramming his mental storehouse. Instead of, "I never have enough money," he learned to affirm, "God's abundance flows to me in countless ways." Instead of, "Rich people are greedy," he declared, "I am a generous steward of divine prosperity." Instead of, "People like me never succeed," he proclaimed, "I am a child of the Most High, heir to infinite abundance." Within 6 months, this man's entire life had transformed. New opportunities appeared as if from nowhere. His craftsmanship was suddenly in high demand. Clients began paying premium prices for his work. Why? Because his subconscious mind had accepted a new set of beliefs, and it faithfully created a new reality to match. This is the law of belief in action. Your subconscious mind doesn't care whether your beliefs are true or false, helpful or harmful. It simply makes them real in your experience. Now, how do you identify the scarcity programming that may be limiting your abundance? Listen to your inner dialogue. What do you tell yourself about money, success, and prosperity? Do you catch yourself saying, "I can't afford it," or "money doesn't grow on trees," or "I'm not lucky like other people"? These are the weeds in your mental garden, choking out the abundance that wants to flourish. Begin today to challenge every limiting thought. When you hear yourself speaking lack, immediately counteract it with truth. I am abundantly supplied by infinite intelligence. Your subconscious treasury awaits your recognition. The kingdom of heaven, that realm of unlimited supply, truly is within you. Now we come to the most sacred chamber of your being, your divine imagination. Here lies the creative workshop where the Almighty has given you dominion over your circumstances. Listen to these profound words from ancient wisdom. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Your imagination is not mere fantasy. It is the very faculty through which the infinite expresses itself in your life. Every great cathedral was first built in someone's imagination. Every masterpiece, every invention, every fortune, all existed first as mental images before taking form in the physical world. Your imagination is God's gift to you, the divine mechanism by which you participate in the creative process of the universe. But how does this sacred art actually work? How do mental images transform into material manifestations? The process is beautifully simple, yet profoundly powerful. When you create a clear, vivid mental picture and hold it with feeling in your consciousness, you impress your subconscious mind. Remember, your subconscious cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. It accepts whatever you present with conviction and emotional intensity. This is why the scriptures tell us to call those things which be not as though they were. You are not lying. You are creating. You are using the same creative principle that brought the universe into being. Let me guide you through a sacred visualization exercise, your abundance blueprint session. Close your eyes and become perfectly relaxed. Take 3 deep breaths and let all tension flow from your body. Now, in the theater of your mind, begin constructing a clear picture of your abundant life. See yourself living in the manner you desire. If it's financial prosperity you seek, visualize your bank statement showing the exact amount you wish to possess. See the numbers clearly. Feel the security and joy this brings. If it's a new home, walk through every room in your imagination. Touch the walls, smell the fresh air, hear your family enjoying this blessed space. Make your mental movie as detailed and vivid as possible. What are you wearing? How do you feel? What expressions of gratitude flow from your heart? The more real you make it in imagination, the more powerfully you impress your subconscious mind. We find this principle demonstrated in the sacred story of Joseph, whose dreams revealed his future greatness. When Joseph dreamed of grain sheaves bowing to his sheaf, and of the sun, moon, and stars paying him homage, he witnessed divine imagination at work. Those dreams were not mere nighttime fantasies. They were prophetic visions that eventually manifested as his elevation to power in Egypt. Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery, yet his dreams sustained him. Through every trial, that vision of destiny remained alive in his consciousness, and in divine timing every detail came to pass. This is the pattern for your prosperity. Hold the vision, trust the process, allow divine intelligence to orchestrate the manifestation. Consider this remarkable account of imagination in action. A merchant facing complete bankruptcy found his business failing, creditors demanding payment, despair consuming his hope. But this man understood the power of creative visualization. Every night before sleep, he would imagine his business thriving. He saw customers flowing through his doors, heard the cash registers sound, felt the satisfaction of paying bills with abundance left over. He imagined the exact amount he needed, not just to survive, but to flourish. For weeks, nothing changed in outer circumstances, but this faithful man continued his nightly practice, never wavering from his vision. Then, seemingly by coincidence, an old acquaintance contacted him about a business opportunity. Within 6 months, this merchant had not only paid all debts, but expanded his business beyond his original dreams. What transformed his circumstances? His disciplined use of imagination, charged with unwavering faith. This brings us to a crucial principle, the feeling tone that must accompany your visualizations. It is not enough to merely see mental pictures. You must feel the joy, gratitude, and satisfaction of your desired good as if it were already yours. Emotion is the language your subconscious understands most clearly. When you combine vivid imagery with deep feeling, you create an irresistible impression upon your inner mind. This is why Scripture says, "What things soever ye desire when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them." Your daily practice should include these elements. Find a quiet time each day, preferably before sleep, when your subconscious is most receptive. Create clear, detailed mental pictures of your abundant life. Feel the emotions of gratitude and joy as if your good were already manifested. Persist in this practice with unwavering faith. But I must warn you about the destructive power of negative imagination. Just as positive imagery creates abundance, fearful mental pictures create limitation and lack. When you imagine disaster, visualize failure, or rehearse conversations where others reject you, you use this same creative faculty to manifest what you do not want. How many people spend precious mental energy imagining everything that could go wrong? They visualize poverty, sickness, rejection, and failure with perfect clarity and intense emotion. Then they wonder why their lives reflect these very conditions. Guard your imagination as you would guard a sacred treasure, for that is exactly what it is. Refuse to let it dwell on images of lack, fear, or limitation. When negative pictures try to enter your mind, immediately replace them with images of your desired good. Your imagination is your creative workshop, the holy place where you collaborate with the divine in fashioning your destiny. Use it wisely, use it faithfully, and watch as the abundant life you envision begins to unfold before your very eyes. Now comes the sacred art that transforms every desire into divine reality, the prayer of faith. But let me tell you something that may startle you. Most people have never truly prayed in their entire lives. They have begged, they have pleaded, they have bargained with the Almighty, but they have never engaged in that scientific prayer that programs the subconscious mind for abundance. True prayer is not supplication, it is programming. It is not begging God for something you lack. It is aligning your subconscious mind with the divine abundance that already exists within you. When you pray scientifically, you speak directly to that deeper mind, impressing upon it the reality of your good with such conviction that it has no choice but to manifest in your world. Listen to this profound truth from Scripture. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God concerning you. Here lies the master key to abundance consciousness. Gratitude is not merely politeness toward the divine. It is the very frequency that activates your subconscious treasury. When you give thanks for abundance before you see it, you are programming your deeper mind with the consciousness of having rather than wanting. The grateful heart cannot experience lack, for gratitude and scarcity cannot occupy the same mental space. This is why the wise give thanks not only for what they have received, but for what they know is already theirs in the realm of infinite possibility. Now let me teach you the technique of affirmative prayer, the language that your subconscious mind understands and obeys. When you pray affirmatively, you do not ask, you accept. You do not plead, you claim. You speak to your subconscious in the present tense with the authority of one who knows their divine inheritance. Instead of saying, "Please God, give me prosperity," you declare with quiet confidence, "I am grateful that infinite abundance flows through me now. Divine prosperity is my natural state, and I accept it completely." Do you see the difference? One approach programs lack into your subconscious. The other programs abundance. The Master himself gave us the perfect pattern when he said, "Ask and ye shall receive." But notice, he did not say beg and ye shall receive, or worry and ye shall receive. True asking in the spiritual sense is a confident claiming, a joyful acceptance of what divine love has already prepared for you. Let me share with you a story that illustrates this principle beautifully. There was a widow whose creditors were about to take everything she owned. She had nothing left but a small pot of oil. The prophet told her to gather empty vessels and pour. As she poured that small amount of oil with faith, it multiplied until every vessel was full, enough to pay all her debts and live abundantly thereafter. This widow did not pray for oil. She acted from faith and poured what she had. Her subconscious mind, impressed with the belief in divine multiplication, produced the miracle through her own hands. The oil was always there in infinite supply. Her faith simply provided the channel for its manifestation. Here is a profound secret that will revolutionize your prayer life. The moments just before sleep are golden opportunities for subconscious programming. As your conscious mind relaxes its grip, your subconscious becomes extraordinarily receptive to suggestion. This drowsy state is nature's gift to those who would reprogram their minds for abundance. Each night as you prepare for sleep, speak gently but firmly to your subconscious mind. Say something like this: "As I sleep tonight, my subconscious mind accepts completely that I am abundantly prospered in all my ways. Divine wealth flows to me from expected and unexpected sources. I am grateful for the abundant life that is mine by divine right." Feel the truth of these words as you speak them. Let them settle into your consciousness like seeds planted in fertile soil. Your subconscious mind, which never sleeps, will work throughout the night to make these words your living reality. Here are some abundance affirmations backed by scriptural authority that you can use to program your subconscious mind. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I am abundantly supplied with all good things. This affirms your divine provision. I am grateful that God supplies all my needs according to his riches in glory. I lack nothing. This programs your mind with the consciousness of divine supply. I delight myself in the Lord, and he gives me the desires of my heart. My prosperity blesses others and glorifies God. This combines divine delight with the truth that abundance shared is abundance multiplied. But remember this crucial principle. Persistence is the price of subconscious acceptance. Your deeper mind may have been programmed with limitation for years or even decades. It will not accept new programming overnight. You must continue your faithful practice of abundance prayer and affirmation until that deeper mind surrenders its old beliefs and accepts the new. How will you know when your subconscious has accepted your new programming? Peace will fill your heart regarding your supply. You will no longer feel anxious about money or security. A quiet confidence will settle upon you, the confidence of one who knows that infinite abundance is their divine inheritance. This is not wishful thinking. This is scientific prayer based on the immutable laws of mind. Your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you consistently impress it with images and feelings of abundance, it will move heaven and earth to make that abundance your outer reality. Continue in this practice with the persistence of the faithful. Let no day pass without programming your subconscious mind for abundance through grateful, affirmative prayer. Soon, you will discover that prayer is not something you do. It is something you become. Now we come to the most vital transformation of all, the shift from seeking abundance to living abundance. This is where faith becomes flesh, where the invisible realm of consciousness manifests as visible prosperity in your world. Listen carefully. There is a profound difference between one who begs for abundance and one who expresses it. The beggar operates from consciousness of lack, always reaching for what he believes he does not possess. But the abundant soul knows a magnificent secret. Abundance is not something to be acquired. It is something to be expressed from the divine storehouse within. Consider the beautiful example given to us in Scripture, when the Master faced 5,000 hungry souls with but 5 loaves and 2 fishes. Did he panic at the apparent insufficiency? Did he send the multitude away because outer conditions seemed impossible? No. He took those meager provisions, looked up to heaven, and gave thanks. He blessed what was present, multiplied it through consciousness of plenty, and fed every soul until they were satisfied, with 12 baskets left over. This is your pattern, your template for abundant living. The Master operated from abundance consciousness even when surrounded by apparent lack. He saw through the eyes of faith to the infinite supply that exists in the realm of spirit, and that abundance became manifest in the material world. But how do you make this practical? How do you act from abundance before your bank account reflects it? How do you express prosperity while circumstances seem to contradict your faith? Here is where the rubber meets the road, my friend. You begin to act as the abundant person you are becoming. When you go to the market, you walk with the confidence of one who lacks nothing. When you pay your bills, you do so with gratitude for services received, knowing that infinite supply flows through you. When opportunities arise to give, to serve, to bless others, you respond from your abundance consciousness, not from your current bank balance, but from your knowledge of the inexhaustible treasury within your subconscious mind. This is not foolish spending or reckless behavior. This is intelligent faith in action. You dress well within your means, but you dress as one who expects prosperity. You speak words of abundance, not words of lack. Instead of saying, I can't afford it, you say, I choose to invest my money elsewhere. Instead of, times are hard, you declare, my God supplies all my needs according to his riches. The gratitude lifestyle becomes your daily discipline. Every morning, before your feet touch the floor, you give thanks for the abundance flowing into your life. You bless your home, your work, your relationships. You see every dollar that comes to you as a messenger of infinite supply. You treat every financial transaction as a circulation of divine substance. But what about those moments when outer conditions seem to mock your inner faith? When bills pile up while you're declaring abundance? When others question your positive outlook in the face of apparent contradiction? This is where you prove your understanding of the law. Remember that there is always a time lag between the impression made upon your subconscious mind and its manifestation in your outer world. The farmer who plants corn in spring does not dig up his seeds in summer because he doesn't see immediate results. He waters, he tends, he protects his crop, knowing that harvest time will come. Your abundance consciousness is the seed. Your daily practices of gratitude, visualization, and affirmative prayer are the watering and tending. The harvest is as certain as sunrise, but you must maintain your faith during the growing season. Now let me share with you the divine principle that accelerates all abundance. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, and shaken together, and running over. This is not mere moral teaching. This is spiritual law, as exact as the law of gravity. A businessman who truly understood this principle came to me, his enterprise failing, his debts mounting. But instead of hoarding what little he had, he began to give. He tithed to his church, helped struggling employees, donated to worthy causes, all from his consciousness of abundance, not from his dwindling bank account. Within 18 months, his business had not only recovered but expanded beyond his wildest dreams. Why? Because he had activated the law of circulation. He had become a channel for divine abundance rather than a stagnant pool of fear. You see, abundance is like a river. It must flow to remain fresh and life-giving. When you dam up the flow through fear and hoarding, the waters become stagnant. But when you give generously, you create a vacuum that universal supply rushes to fill. Your daily disciplines must include this principle of circulation. Look for ways to give your time, your talents, your resources. Bless others from your abundance consciousness, and watch as the windows of heaven open to pour out blessings upon your life. Every evening, review your day through the lens of abundance. Give thanks for every good thing that came to you. Forgive any appearance of lack. Visualize the next day as filled with opportunities to express your abundant nature. This is how you live from your new consciousness, not as one seeking abundance, but as one expressing the infinite prosperity that is your divine birthright. The kingdom of heaven, with all its riches, is within you now. Let it flow forth into your world through grateful recognition and generous circulation. My friends, we have journeyed together through the sacred chambers of your subconscious mind, that divine treasury where all abundance awaits your recognition. Let us now gather the golden threads of truth and weave them into the magnificent tapestry of your abundant life. 3 pillars support the temple of your prosperity: the programming of your subconscious mind, the sacred art of imagination, and the prayer of unwavering faith. These are not mere techniques. They are divine ordinances, spiritual laws as immutable as gravity itself. Your subconscious mind accepts what you persistently impress upon it. Your imagination creates the blueprint for your material world. Your faith-filled prayer opens the channels through which infinite supply flows. But hear me clearly. This is not theory to be pondered in idle moments. This is your divine inheritance calling you home. The Master declared with absolute authority, "I am come that they might have life and have it more abundantly." Not scarcely, not just enough to get by. Abundantly. This is not a promise for some distant heaven. This is your birthright here and now. The abundant life is not a reward for the few. It is the natural expression of every soul who understands their divine nature. You, yes, you who hear these words, are the architect of your abundance. Every thought you think, every image you hold in your imagination, every word you speak in prayer is laying the foundation stones of your tomorrow. The infinite intelligence that created the universe has established you as co-creator of your experience. What an awesome responsibility! What a glorious privilege! Your abundance is never meant to end with you. Like a mighty river that enriches every field it touches, Your prosperity blesses everyone in your sphere of influence. When you live from abundance consciousness, you become a channel through which the divine expresses its infinite generosity. Your success inspires others to claim their inheritance. Your prosperity creates opportunities for those around you. This very night, tonight, you have the opportunity to plant new seeds in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. As you prepare for sleep, that blessed state when your conscious mind steps aside, speak to your subconscious with the authority of divine truth. Say with conviction, my subconscious mind is now accepting the truth of my abundant nature. I am a channel for infinite prosperity. Every day, in every way, abundance flows through me and to me according to divine law. Picture yourself living from this new consciousness. See yourself as the prosperous, generous, blessed individual you are destined to become. Feel the gratitude that flows from a heart that recognizes its divine supply. This is not wishful thinking. This is the sacred work of consciousness transformation. But your vision must extend beyond tonight's programming session. You are building a monument to divine abundance that will stand throughout your lifetime and beyond. Every morning you will arise with thanksgiving. Every evening you will review your day through the lens of gratitude. Every challenge will become an opportunity to demonstrate your faith in infinite supply. Every blessing will be acknowledged as evidence of your divine inheritance. The time for small living is over. The season of lack and limitation has passed away. Rise up, beloved. Rise up and claim what has always been yours by divine right. The kingdom of abundance is within you, waiting not for permission, but for recognition. You are not a beggar at the door of prosperity. You are heir to infinite riches. Let us seal these truths with the power of unified prayer. Infinite Spirit, we recognize our divine inheritance of abundance. Our subconscious minds now accept the truth of unlimited prosperity. Through imagination and faith, we claim our birthright of abundant living. We are grateful for the continuous flow of good into our lives, and we dedicate our abundance to the service of all humanity. According to divine law and order, it is so, and so it is. The secret is yours. The power is within you. Your abundant life begins now.